Yo, what's going on, people? BigManRidez in the building, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Holla with BigManRidez. I am Ridez. I'm a big man. This is the Holla, and this is where we basically have special guests where I introduce them to you and you to them and get to know what they're all about. We got an array of guests that will be involved in this whole thing that we're doing here. I'm talking about people like models, actors, actresses, business owners, musicians, and the list goes on. So please join me in welcoming my first ever guest. I wanted to make it special, first ever edition. Personal friend of mine, very talented and hardworking individual, goes by the name of Robert Chaos. What's going on, Robert?
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for even having me here on the debut episode, man. Much appreciated.
Nah, it's all good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just like you said, just putting that work in, man. Even with pandemic or no pandemic, man.
That's it.
The grind never stops,
2020 has been a crazy year.
That's an understatement, man. It has been crazy.
But you're saying you're not letting that stop you?
No, ain't no stopping me now, man.
We're gonna get to that. In regards to what you've been doing and how you're not letting 2020's issues stop you, we're gonna get into that.
Okay.
But before we even get into what you do and what you're about, there's a big elephant in the room right now for our viewers who've never seen or heard you before. Keyword heard. Well, the accent.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what I want you to do is let them know where are you from? Like, what's the origin of Robert Chaos?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Been there for about since I was like 13, 14, and then my parents did the bright idea to come and see the glorious glitzy life in London, UK. So I moved down here. I've been down here ever since. And yeah, I just the accent never really left me. I always go back. Yeah, that's pretty much the basis of it. That's pretty much the basis of me, really.
And you came here and decided
I became London. Yeah, I became London. No, yeah, there's this starting to make it, man, 100%.
So I mean, you've been in the UK. I mean, your whole adult life and maybe some of your childhood. I mean, do you still look at Chicago as home? Like your heart's still back there, or is London your home now, or are you in between? How do you feel?
I would say it's in between. Like I said, I always go back to the States. Between Chicago and Florida, those are my two favorite places. But yeah, like I've grown up a lot, a majority of my life here in London, and I've grown to get used to it. It was a bit of a culture shock at the time, but
can imagine.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it does harden you at the same time, because I also grew up in a small part of Chicago, a small little town, Fort Heights. Population was about like 500 to 1,000, so like everyone knew each other. I wasn't in the main city, so to come here in London, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, it's molded me to who I am now, which is hardworking and never stop till I get that dollar, or that sterling or pound. Yeah,
ain't getting no dollars over here, man. So Robert Chaos, where did that name come from?
To be honest, I don't know where it just started back when I was in high school, well, secondary school. I was always the not silent but violent, but silent but can cause mischief in school. So yeah, and when even the teachers used to say, like, when I was just being disrupted, they would say like I'm like very chaotic, because I used to get in a lot of trouble, always in detention in school. And then yeah, everyone used to have their own little tags back then, like like I don't know, younger killer or younger scams and stuff. I wanted to be
scams.
Yeah, all of them kind of weird type of tags, ain't it? So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna have my own one. I'm gonna be called Chaos. Yeah, definitely. And then it just pretty much stuck with me ever since. And I just thought, yeah, it just sticks out when I mold it with my actual real name. And then yeah, I just grew up with it ever since. Really, it's been ever since I started. I brought it over into music, and then I got my producer tag saying that. So yeah, that's pretty much the basic origin of it, where it came from. Yeah.
Well, I think it's cool that you've got your tag, but it's also kind of mixed with your real name, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool as well. It's
Yeah.
like no one else can have that name. Like really, it's like you've made it your own. So
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
you mentioned producer tags. So I mean, are you a producer? Well, I know what he does, but for the people watching, what does Robert Chaos do?
So yeah, I am basically like you said, I'm a producer. Mainly, I mix in. I do produce hip hop, trap music. I've also started dabbling into UK drill and music as well. But I also rap as well. But yeah, I'm starting to get back into that, but mainly producing is what I've done. And I've been doing that since I was like 18, 19.
Okay.
So yeah, like I just pretty much did it as like a little hobby type of thing, and then yeah, it just kind of just morphed into a real passion. But yeah, it all pretty much started from a PS1 game.
A PS1 game. That
Yeah.
sounds like a story. We got here. Like, what?
Yeah, no, it was so basically there was this game on PS1 called it was Music 2000, and it was basically this music programmer type of thing that you just take different loops and different drums and just place it on the screen, and then I remember I made this. It was during that time where Shanks and Bigfoot came out with Sweet Like Chocolate.
Oh wow, old school.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was around them times.
You've been doing this for a minute.
yeah. So I was just it had that kind of bounce to it, like that UKG type of style, and then eventually, when that went dormant, then that's when I started moving into Fruity Loops, and then again it was just a hobby type of thing. And then when I got friends listening to the stuff, it was like, yeah, you're pretty good. And I was just like, okay, then let me just start getting into learning like a bit of music theory, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I went to college for that kind of stuff, for that, and then but now I am a Logic Pro person now. So yeah, sorry Fruity Loop fans, but I'm a Logic Pro person ever since.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much
started on one, catapulted to the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to say there's nothing wrong with Fruity Loops. There's so many, you could do so much with Fruity Loops, 100%. But yeah, definitely.
So you started producing first.
Yes.
And then when was it when you decided, I want to write songs and rap as well?
I would say that would probably be in my like mid-20s. One of my first songs that I actually recorded properly was I was part of this song. It was like a tribute song to Kyron Prince.
Yes.
And it was Tinie Tempah that was on it as well. And then that's when I did like the hook and some of the ad libs on that tribute song as well.
Wow.
And that was written all of that. So that was a pretty cool experience. And then when I had the little taste of that, that's when I started doing my own full-fledged type of full-fledged solo songs as well. One that you've actually, I think it was one of my first ones as well.
you gotta remind me of that.
Yeah, it's under the mattress somewhere. It never came out, but yeah.
Elephant in the room, like I do this thing as well. But
yeah.
But so this tribute song,
yes,
is it still out? Can people still hear it?
I believe so. Yeah, it was like I say, Tinie Tempah came out with it. It was called "Put the Knives Down," if I recall. Yeah. Okay. It was tribute song to Kyron Prince, who tragically died. He was a young footballer in the making. Yeah, so.
Well, I think that's pretty noble and cool that technically your first ever vocal song was a positive tribute song.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was a cool experience. Working with him.
And of course, having the experience of working with Tinie.
Yeah. This is when he was proper popping. This was during that time when
So did you get to interact with him? What was he like?
Yes and no. He was kind of busy in his own world. He had his old agents and manager around him and stuff. But we was in the same vicinity. But I must say the people that I was with, they were proper like like trying to be all like, yo, check my demo type of thing.
Of course,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
how it is. Opportunity.
Yeah, 110%. So I don't know. People might say I should have done the same thing, but at the same time, like,
You didn't want to beg it.
yeah, I didn't want to beg it. 100%.
Was this like Wifey Rhythm Days or Pass Out? Or
I think it was just before Pass Out. Yeah.
Okay.
It was when he had like the one level. So yeah, around Wife
before the whole leopard print and all
yeah,
that.
yeah, it was definitely before that. Yeah.
All right, cool. You know, you talk about being a producer and crossing over to, well, not even crossing over, doing both, producing and writing songs, rapping, and obviously initially coming from Chicago and then growing up here as well. I mean, you must have an array of influences, like from both sides of the Atlantic. What were some of your influences, I suppose, first from a producer standpoint and then lyricism as well?
So yeah, definitely from a producer standpoint, 100%. Top of the list goes to Dr. Dre. If you listen to some of my stuff there's always them little influences in terms of strings, the orchestra type of style.
Dr. Dre's hard.
Yeah, 100%. A bit of Pharrell as well.
Okay, yeah. Very what's the word? Diverse producer. For
yeah, 110%. That guy is like, anything he touches is pretty much gold. You know, I think that's why he looks so young at such an old age. It's crazy. He never ages. He never ages.
Hey, you know what they say, man. Like...
and it is true. No, but yeah, definitely. And over here, I would say when it comes to like, you know, the grime or garage sounds, Maniac definitely was one of my favorites.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Maniac is definitely.
I remember like the old school Tinie tunes.
Yeah,
like, just had grime on lock. I remember at one point he was on every tune. He didn't he do the Bashy tune, Kidulthood to Adulthood as well?
Yes, he did. Yeah,
that was a big one. Mainstream Money, I think that was him.
I think so. Yeah, I did a lot of songs with Wiley as well.
Yes.
Yeah, he did it. You know, like, yeah, Wiley loved Maniac. It was crazy. So yeah.
But that's a different subject, Wiley boy. But right now. But was Wiley one of your influences as well, perhaps? I mean, he's someone who does both producing and also spitting as well.
He definitely inspired. Yeah, he's one of the first people that I knew that from the UK that does rap and produce consistently and just effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a pioneer. So yeah, definitely, I would say he's an influence. On the back on the US side, also Kanye West as well. You know, prime Kanye West was definitely an influence, 110%. You know, and he's definitely someone that the way his story kind of developed in terms of people criticize him for doing this one thing, but he still kept on doing it, and look where he's at now, you know, in terms of, you know, people saying, oh, you sample too much, or, you know, you're not really doing that much. But, you know, it all depends on what you do with it, and, you know, be true to yourself and do it.
I agree. It's what you do with it. It's also growth, because you listen to a Kanye West beat today and one from like the early 2000s, you hear the difference. You hear the growth, and that's not to say it's better now or worse now. It's just different, and I think that's what artists need.
Exactly. Yeah. I think you put it perfectly. That's what I was meant to say. Yeah, like he's a true proper definition of growth in terms of as an artist, and you know, so yeah.
So we've talked about you on the come up and your influences and how you got started. What about now, today in 2020? What's Robert Chaos doing? What have you done so far this year? What are your goals for the rest of the year and going forward? What are you up to?
So yeah, I mean, I did have like a lot of plans, like just like everyone else in the world, but due to certain conditions, that kind of put everything on the grind and hold. But yeah, like I said, I've just been pretty much going hard at it in terms of in the music. I released 2 songs this year. The latest one that just came out now is called No Stopping Me Now. That was also my first music video that I actually ever done as well. So that was a pretty cool experience, and the feedback I've been getting from that is pretty cool.
Debut music video, like first ever time, you know, basically doing a music video.
Pretty much, yeah.
And how did that feel?
That was like a huge accomplishment of mine. I mean, I know like a lot of people like just pretty much spew out music videos like left, right, and center, but just the way that came together and just the process and how like it was like a true for me, that was like a true way of showing, all right, definitely like you're an artist type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like in a way, you can't be a full artist without having some type of visuals to complement your songs, ain't it? So that was a huge step up for me. But yeah, ever since then, yeah, I got the itch now, man.
Right.
If I, so
And this video, it's for a track called what?
it's for a track called "No Stopping Me Now."
Okay.
Also the beat is produced by me as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it's yeah.
Is there anybody featured on that song?
I think so. There was some annoying guy that was just kept on interrupting the shoot. It was really weird. No, but
I'll give you that. I tried to be cocky and he got me back. But yeah.
No, but yeah, real talk. There is my good friend Ridez has also been on there, but it's been a part of the project. Completely killed it. He laid 16, did everything on there, killed it in the video as well.
Nah, but you know what? This ain't about me. I don't want compliments or fake compliments or whatever. But what I do want to ask you, yes, I'm on the track, but from your standpoint, like, where did the inspiration for that track come from, lyric wise, beat wise? What came first, and just what was your plan for the song?
Well, yeah, the beat definitely came first. I mean, I was I heard this melody online, and I was just like, yeah, this could definitely tell a story. Made that, and then the concept pretty much the concept is pretty much, if you don't know, basically the initial concept of the song is basically like, you can go through all the trials and tribulations in life, but at the end of the day, nothing's gonna stop you getting to where you want to be, just what everyone goes through, ups and downs, just keep going, and like no one can tell you nothing, you know what I'm saying? So
Positive message, right? Though
it's a positive message. It's not, but at the same time, it's not too preachy or anything. That it's proper dark, it's gritty. If you like that bounce, you want something to like the bump in your car, it's definitely something like, it's nice. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's pretty much. And then I was when I had that vision in my head, I was like, the only person that I know that can definitely deliver that message without sounding too like corny or anything like that, then I was just like, I gotta get my mind on the feature. I'm just being real. You know what I'm just saying. I know you just
like,
I'm not trying to bar you up, but in his head, he's like, keep going. No. But yeah, it just came together smoothly. Like we laced it in the studio in pretty much like one session, pretty much. All right. And it was just a cool experience, man.
It was, man. It was a good experience. Writing to it, and when you think back to the ideas that we initially had to what it ended up as, like, again, that growth that we talked about,
100%.
You really do see it, because you write something or you record something and you're like, yeah, that's it, that sounds cool, and then you get maybe opinions, advice, critiques, you talk about it, and then eventually days later, weeks later, however long it is, you get to this point where you've got something completely different, and then you go back and listen to what you originally had, you're like, yeah, man. Certain changes were needed.
100%. Yeah, it did sound quite different initially, the initial project, but it definitely, like I say, instead of like being in your own bubble, you need to get different ideas from, and then you come up with something 10 times better. So
So the track's called "No Stopping Me Now."
Yes.
The video's out now. Where can people watch the video, or is it available to stream as well?
Yeah, so buy? It's the music video is available now on YouTube. Doing pretty well as well so far. Just one idiot's disliked it, but the rest is all good. There's always one, literally always one. But yes, that's on there now. It's doing really well. Just type in Rubber Chaos, No Stopping Me Now. And then right now it's available on all major streaming platforms. So we're talking Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, Google Play Music, if anyone still uses that, all that kind of stuff, Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So it's available out now. Cool. And that might not be the last time you might hear that song. So just I'm not saying anything, just
you sure there's not you want to say that?
Nah,
okay, no, you know, we'll let them wait.
Yeah, we'll let them wait. Yeah,
that's
that's
all right.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
So this is your debut video, but not your first release, because you mentioned that you released
Yes.
You had two major releases.
Two major releases this year. Yeah. So the first one that came out was around January. It's a total contrast to what No Stopping Me Now is.
Yeah. Be sure. Like, ask yourself if you're sure if you want to talk about this one.
I don't give a yeah. I'm cool with it, but it was it just again this one was just pretty much like off the cuff type of stuff. So like I said, it's a total contrast of the song, and the song is called it's called OnlyFans. So basically it's a comedic song, and it's pretty much tongue in cheek, humorous type of song. Came out in January, and just pretty much simple, but just the premise of it is just making fun of or just making light of people that joins that prominent service
It's definitely popping more so of late.
Yes,
so I've heard. I mean, obviously with everything going on with COVID, people being locked up in their houses, people have to make use of their time and find other ways to be successful. So more power to them.
Mm-hmm.
So the song essentially is not necessarily mocking people.
No, not necessarily making. That's why I changed. That's why I changed it. It was making this live, making light
of the situation, and maybe people that indulge in things like that, like just the overall thing of it, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Much.
I got you. Did you also produce the beat for that as well?
Yes, I also produced a beat for that as well. Yeah, that also came together just pretty much swimmingly. Regarding the concept, I remember when and it's again that's also featured Ridez as well, and also another artist on there, Phoenix. When I just pitched the concept of the song, there was quite a few eyebrows raised at me, but I was just like, no, we're not. Listen, trust me.
I remember when I got this idea and you pitched it to me.
I was on the hook to them, and
I was just like, yo, listen, I'm diverse. I like having variety in my content, but I don't know. That's a bit. I'm trying to go in this year, and I don't want that to be like. You know what I mean? I was like, I
have the asterisk.
Listen, and I was like, I got a girlfriend, I just. But then I came around to the idea. Phoenix as well. Big up Phoenix, and did he? He was down for it from the beginning. He didn't.
Oh yeah, he didn't.
And we just got together in the studio. Some creative ideas, and we had real fun with it. It's a really entertaining track. So,
100%.
And that's available to.
That's also now on all major streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, or is it Apple Music? Yes, Tidal, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, be sure to check that out. Definitely.
Okay. So, what else is going on for 2020? I mean, I'm assuming more tracks are to come. Is there like an album in place, or right now is it just as much tracks as possible?
Right now it's as much tracks as possible. And then I'll figure out an EP down the line. But 110%. I'm just thinking, there will be more tracks coming out, as well as more visuals accompanying them as well. So it's gonna be a very active second half of this year. 110%. You ain't seen the last of me. 100.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that, bro.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me again.
No, it's not over. It's
fine. My God, I was kicking me out.
I was ready to go. Thanks for having me. What? Come on.
My Uber's waiting outside, man. I'm joking though.
I was actually gonna move on to the fact that yes, you got a lot going on this year. You've done some stuff already. You got more stuff going on, but we've talked mainly about music, and I get it. That's your thing, being a producer and a rapper. But you do have other ventures as well, don't you?
One or two, one or two.
Right, so let's talk about it, man. We're not just introducing one part. We're introducing as many parts as you want the people to know about. So if there's anything else you want them to go check out, let's spill it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Well, on the other side of things, told from music side, I also have this YouTube channel as well. It's called Take It to the Table. And it basically focuses on everything from the wonderful world of wrestling entertainment. So more specifically WWE, if anyone still watches that. So it's basically a roundtable podcast type of show where me and two other people, they just randomly show up. I just let them stay there, and then they just pretty much we just banter. He's burning right now.
Nah, I'm not saying anything this time. I'm just sit here and listen.
No, but real talk, it's me again, Ridez as well, and also I'm another guest. Big shout out to Mr. Rhymes as well.
You got Mr. Rhymes.
We basically just talk about the good, bad, and the ugly of WWE. So we talk about latest pay-per-views, what if situations, come up with different little games. We finish off with 20 questions. All kinds of stuff. We do let's plays as well with video wrestling games as well. It's all pretty much just mainly wrestling related. So if you do have that, if you are into wrestling and you want to get three black guys' opinions of the current product, then be sure to check it out, man. Trust me, it is absolutely hilarious, man. Always great fun.
And that's doing pretty well in regards to the engagement and subscribers, right?
Yeah. So far, it's not far off from 6,000 subscribers. And it's still live and kicking. I've been pretty much been doing this for the majority of last year as well. So yeah, it's coming together really good. If you ever feeling to what to come over and check out the product, make sure you come over and make sure you subscribe.
Now I gotta ask. How does one balance a successful YouTube channel, which is essentially like a roundtable show about wrestling, as you said, and produce beats regularly and vocal beats and film videos and be successful in that sense? How does someone do all of that together, especially during a pandemic, and keep it all afloat?
I pretty much boil it down to, if it's stuff that you love, you always find the time,
I like that.
Yeah.
If it's stuff that you love, you'll always find the time. That's that's something important to hold on to. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I boil it down to. I always find the time. Simple as.
Right.
Yeah.
And I suppose the main thing is you're enjoying it, like you said.
Yeah.
You love it. When you really do love something and you enjoy it, it's not really work.
Exactly. Yeah. And you said there's progress as well. That also, even that makes you strive to keep on going as well. So,
okay.
So yeah, definitely. I'm always, when it comes to this stuff, I'm always learning and just evolving. And as you should when it's stuff that you love. So 100%. So that's how I boil it down to, really.
Cool. I'm gonna ask you momentarily about your social handles where people can get you, but
sure.
Before we move on from the YouTube channel, because I know although it's all you, it's two separate things, kind of.
Oh yeah.
So what are the social handles for Take It to the Table? If people want to watch on YouTube or follow anything about it, what can people do?
So on YouTube, just type in Take It to the Table, and then on on social media, the Insta handle is official_TITTT. That's right, and that's right now. That's all the social media. That's for Take It to the Table right now. Those two, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And coming back to Robert Chaos, the artist. If people want to keep in touch with you, see your latest projects, what they gotta do?
I'm mostly active on Instagram, so be sure to find me on there. It's Robert_Chaos. On my Twitter is @RobertChaos, just one word, no underscore. But if you wanna holler at me, find me on Instagram. I'm more active on there. That's
All right, wicked. I'll make sure to put all of that in the description as well, just in case. But yeah, cool, man. This has been cool. I think obviously for me, I'm a personal friend, so I'm just like, I know all of this. What's this guy talking about, man? But for people out there, I always think there's going to be some people who, no matter how hard you work or how good you are, there's going to be someone who's never come across your stuff before.
Yeah.
And you may have just gained a new fan or someone who's newly interested in what you do. So thank you for being on the show, and I think this was a very successful episode. I'm hoping that you guys stick around for episode 2, 3, 4, and all of that. But this has been really good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thanks again. Much appreciated.
Yeah. However, we are not wrapping up just yet.
God damn it,
Because
Uber,
what I
man.
like to do, Uber can wait, bro. Because what I want to do now is I want to play a little game. I haven't got an official name for it yet, but it's essentially rapid fire questions where I'm going to shoot some questions at you. I don't know if there's any specific rules for this, but my rules that I've made up or whatever is just that I'm going to shoot some questions at you. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock, and your aim is to try and answer as many as you can in that 30 seconds.
Sure.
So I'm just going to set up a little timer here. And I'm not going to tell you what the questions are about. They're just going to be random. So, yeah.
All right.
Get the brain ready and open. All right. Cool. So.
Raw.
Okay, so I'm going to count you down, and then I'm literally going to shoot these questions at you. Are you ready?
Ready as ever will be.
How'd you feel? Any comments going in? You're kind of setting the precedent right now, because maybe future guests are going to have to try and beat your score. Who knows? Like, I mean...
All right. No, I'm definitely on this now. Yes, I've got to set the levels. All right, cool.
30 seconds. How many questions do you think you'll get?
About 8.
Okay. 8 is the target. Let's see. All right. 3, 2, 1. Most influential producer.
Dr. Dre.
Most consistent producer.
Mazza Wagwan.
Rapper with the most hits.
Jay-Z.
Best male UK rapper or MC.
Wiley.
Best female UK rapper or MC.
Nole.
Producer with the most unique sound.
Maniac.
I'll let you have that. So that's 30 seconds done. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Damn.
So 2 shy of what you aimed for. But yo, that's only 2 off.
Okay, yeah.
That's very good. 6 in 30 seconds. And they were some tricky questions. Like
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That was my brain was scrambling, especially when you said the female MC. I was just like, shit.
Big up the female MCs out there.
100. Yeah.
But yeah, listen, look, well done on the rapid fire questions, and thank you for being the first ever guest on the first ever episode of the Holla with BigManRidez.
It's been an experience, 110%.
Yeah, man, I have to big you up for being here.
Thanks,
and
man.
All of you guys out there, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. This is a big thing for me as well, just trying to do this new venture. Some of you know the other areas of work I do, music, journalism, and all that. So this is something that is new for me, but I'm looking forward to continuing it with you guys. So thank you. This is the Holla with BigManRidez. I'm Ridez. Our guest today was Robert Chaos. And remember, this show is available specifically here on YouTube and Facebook. Anytime that you want to check out anything to do with the Holla or myself, just go to youtube.com/BigManRidez or facebook.com/BigManRidez. And in general, if you want to keep up to date with just me specifically and my music and anything I'm doing, BigManRidez on everything. So Twitter, Instagram. I ain't got OnlyFans, but you know, anything.
And neither do I. I should have pointed that out as well.
But yeah, BigManRidez on all social media platforms, and you'll get it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Remember to subscribe, like, all of that, and we'll see you soon. Peace.